bump and grind.
I
Where's my
just
flute?
went live on Kenny singing Bump and Grind.
Oh, found my flute.
Did you buy a flute?
No, hell no.
Oh,
Dude, I can't carry a fucking, pardon me, I can't carry a tune to save my life. So,
it's all right.
still the magnet.
But Ronnie, you're drinking out of a 1 gallon jug. Yes, I am.
Let's have some
That's fine.
high quality.
Are you trying to do the gallon a day challenge?
I've been trying to do that.
How's that working out for you?
Pretty good. I actually get it some days.
Nice.
So
Keep trying, man. You'll get it.
yeah, I carry an actual like drinking jug to water. Or I mean for yeah. Hey, yes, it is, Victor. Great start to hear Kenny singing "Bump and Grind." I don't see nothing wrong. Okay, never mind.
You gotta seduce the crowd before you can seduce the dragon.
I
Glad
can
there's-
learn a spell to resurrect a dragon lord.
sounds like our Wednesday game.
All it costs is like 10,000 gold.
Okay, so we're playing Odyssey of the Dragon Lords on Wednesdays, and this is mostly for Jacob and Courtney. I almost hit a mean streak and cast Call Lightning on the dragon egg.
Yep, that
Are you trying to make fried eggs?
No, I was just being mean.
Is your character that mean?
He's getting there. He is getting there. He's now a boat captain.
All right.
poor captain.
Is he a barbarian that eats spinach and is a sailor?
Made him.
You did?
Yes, at level 10.
Nice.
I also made my Jack Black Bard lock at level 10. 5 levels of Warlock, 5 levels of Bard. Put them together, you got Jack Black. He has lots of
You
confusing...
know what I got? You do know what I have to do now, right?
What?
I got to make the cleric.
You got to make Kyle Gass.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I got to make the cleric.
we'll play them. We'll play them both one day together.
I have cuss words to say in excitement.
Cleric, Bard, multi-class.
Yes,
Because he is just as much of a Bard as Jack Black.
yes. Classically trained.
Yes. He's
if
amazing.
you've ever seen the Pick of Destiny.
Yes. No, but he really is. Like, he's incredible.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, we are very random tonight. So welcome to session 23 of Curse of Strahd. It's awesome. It's great, and I can't wait to get into it. But first, Kenny's going to cover up his camera because he's doing naughty things.
I was not.
But first, Ronnie's got to get his dice. I just realized I don't have any dice out.
Yeah, I
That's
just did the same thing.
that's a solid point. I should probably grab mine.
So that just means that there's no combat tonight, guys.
No, that just means
Role
Ronnie
playing. That's
Ronnie-
just nothing.
worked a lot today and came home late and forgot
It is
things.
okay. We've all been there.
Oh, there's so much paint just laying out. I've been painting minis again.
Dude, today you could say that you were high at work.
I was up high up on a ladder.
Mm-hmm.
Heyo.
Hey-o.
Sniff
Oh.
paint.
So, interesting thing about today.
Yes.
Someone got shot near where I work today.
Oh?
In the middle of work, my boss and I, we hear 5 gunshots, like 5 rounds go off. We're like, are you kidding me? We get to see a scene? And we like ran towards it.
We get
It was
to
typical white person
not
shit.
Yeah, not holy crap, somebody got shot. Not oh no, we need to run. It's holy crap, we get to see a scene.
Right. Like, we could be no, we saw the active shooter. They were over there, guys.
Yeah.
Get my shoes. No, screw shoes.
Let's just go. So thank you, Turrican. So with that, session 23 and shootings and so
Sorry.
it's all right, it's great. I mean,
I
not the
just
shooting's
remembered
not
too.
great. It's the oh god, canceled. Hello, I'm Ronnie, and I'm going through a soft reset right now.
Hello.
Hello,
Hola.
Welcome
Privet.
to Enoch's Corner.
Guten Tag. So, we're pushing for some followers, man. Not really, but it'd be fun. So what I'm saying is, if you get us to 200 followers, we're gonna have another giveaway like we did last time. And also, if I see 15 subscribers at any point, I'm gonna do another giveaway, and we're gonna get some fun stuff to give away. We gave away some beautiful frog and flute stuff last time. I don't know why I'm putting my microphone thing in front of me because there's no microphone on it, but it blocks my face.
It's okay. Make
It's
love
what
to the
you're used
microphone
to.
And sometimes when I get
Gotta
nervous with you
caress
guys, I like to bite it.
gently.
There were before
We
I
got a
was
stage
using
4
my
biter
Yeti
over
mic-
here.
Before I was using my Yeti mic for everything, the Xbox party and my stream,
Yeah.
I would when I would be sassy with Nicole, I would get unnecessarily close to my Yeti mic, thinking that it would make me louder for her,
Yeah.
and that's a big part of the reason that I switched to the Yeti.
Hello.
ASMR Ronnie. Yes, I always knew it was gonna happen.
Weird.
I mean, he's chewing on the mic.
Nice adventures of miscreants and miscreants.
Miscreants and miscreants.
Yep. Is
There are no
presenting.
misfits here.
No,
So,
there are no misfits. ASMR Ronnie. Enjoy.
last time we were together, you all had essentially been expelled from the village of Kresk. You got up and you did your chores poorly. Except
Except for me.
for, yes, I'm getting to that. Captain proud of himself. Except for Maul, who gathered the heck out of those eggs.
Slap the pigs.
Oh no, you slopped the pigs. But really, honestly, he didn't.
Can
have
you
very-
pat your own back with a wing?
Yeah, no, right?
I didn't think they were that flexible.
Really, honestly, I mean, he didn't have a whole big mess to do because he was just taking stuff out of a bucket and pouring it in a trough. I mean, you all were
If you had
swinging.
messed that up, that would have been impressive.
Yeah. It's not like
Whereas
we were milking a
it is known
cow
to
and
be
got,
difficult to milk a cow.
yeah, and got the bucket of milk knocked over by the cow. But not calling anybody out or spaghetti arming an axe and trying to chop wood. But
I got it right the second
you
time.
did get it right the second time. They had much more wood than they needed, but that's okay.
Druid picked weeds.
Mulgar, the druid, decided he wanted to gather herbs and vegetables and stuff like that, but mostly just picked weeds. And then I even gave you advantage on that. What happened?
I was just helping out the garden, gotta pick the weeds.
You weren't. I like to imagine that you weren't even in the garden. You were off to the side of it. Oh, like this looks like it would cook up good. And then poor Kaylin broke the eggs. Not all of them.
Only 3.
Out of a dozen.
Only
That means 3 kids go hungry that day.
No.
Oh.
I
I'm
just did.
sorry, if that village only has a dozen children,
No, but each kid gets an egg. Not really. So
Little Timmy gets half.
you all did your chores, and then you decided to sneak your way up the Stony Pass. Stop! You decided to sneak your way up to the Stony Pass, up the switchbacks, and you made it to. Lo and behold, you made it to the Abbey. Now, the Abbey, being there years and years before anything happened in Kresk, looks uninhabited at first. But you are greeted by 2, we'll say guards, who are not your average looking guards. They are mostly an amalgamation of different animals patchworked onto humans. Yeah, very much so. One walks on all fours, like hunchback, like walks like on his feet and knuckles, while holding a shovel for a kind of a cane. The other one, she actually walks upright, but is huddled up underneath her cloak to hide from anyone. Which they introduce you to the abbot. Now, the abbot comes outside to greet you and tells you that there's nothing to be worried about because he has the trouble to your Strahd woes. He has found Strahd what he's looking for in a bride. But to make this happen, to make sure that everything goes right, he has quested you to find some objects. He needs, and I'm really sad that none of y'all picked up on it, but it was a little vague. But he needs tears from a newborn baby. He needs the body of the mayor's son so he can bring him back to life. He needs a wedding dress from the Watcher House. And he needs the blue waters from the lake near Vallaki. And he needs something. He needs 4 things. 3 things, but he needs the 4th one as well. So he needs, I'm going to tell you. I know you know it now. But you see, he needs something old, something new, something borrowed, and something blue.
The body's what's borrowed?
No, the wedding dress is what's borrowed. The body's old. Compared to the new baby.
Compared to the old dress?
They're just borrowing the dress. They'll return the dress later.
I mean, does that mean we
that's
can just
a borrowed...
capture an old person?
No. He needs a specific body. He wants to bring the mayor's son back to life for him.
I'm still.
That would be something new.
No, it's not. It's something old being returned to the owner.
I'm still totally.
Okay. Something old is the body. Something new is the baby tears. Something borrowed is the wedding dress you're going to have to borrow from the Watchers. And something blue is the blue freaking water.
I'm still totally down for just giving myself and hoping that does something, y'all.
Jabber with my staff again.
I'm totally down with just sneaking in there,
Shush.
stealing what we need, and then.
Dun.
Okay.
Dun.
And with that,
dun.
we begin tonight's session with the abbot standing there looking at you saying, well, these are the things that I need, and I am asking you, questing you, to retrieve them. And for this, I will reward you with the exact location of the holy symbol you are searching for. Your bard is an odd one.
Baby shark.
I will kick you off of this stream.
Oh, I love that one. Do it again.
I will kick you off too, Mulgar.
I'm sorry.
I'm kidding.
Sorry.
And then there were 3.
It's up to you 3 now.
So he gave us these locations, correct?
Correct.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, he told you where to look for him.
Yeah. So before he disappears, I'm gonna turn and whisper to the party.
Poof, he disappears. I'm kidding.
Well, that's just sad. I'll have to find him again.
No, he doesn't disappear. He's fine.
I'm gonna turn and whisper to the party. How do we plan on getting some of these things?
How quiet do you want to be?
From the city that we're not allowed in?
Yeah, that.
Hold on. Is the guy with the shovel still around?
They're all there.
Okay. Hey, can I borrow your shovel?
And he looks at you like, no.
But
It's his prized possession,
I-
dude. It's the only thing he really
You don't
owns.
get to smack me with a shovel.
no. I will like pull out. I have a dissected black lizard. I'll trade you.
This is amazing. This is amazing. So
Shovel for body.
Otto
you get cool
looks at
looking
you,
lizard.
and then he looks at Siegfried. And then he looks at you, and he looks at Siegfried, who has patches of lizard flesh on her skin, and goes, "No,
Just
shovel
in case
mine.
he loses a finger.
Very
it
bad.
makes sense.
Very bad."
Okay. How about a wooden cat figurine?
Make a persuasion check.
Wait, you
Okie
had one of
dokie.
those? Dude,
Yeah. You'd be surprised what I just randomly have now. Frick. Hold on.
Why do I feel like Enoch's a klepto?
Not on purpose. Persuasion? Ooh, crap. 12.
He looks at you, and he looks at his shovel, and he looks at you, and he looks at his shovel, and goes, "You just borrow, give back,
Yeah, I'll give it back. Yeah.
keep cat."
If I don't return the shovel, you get to keep the cat.
Keep cat.
Hold on. If I return the shovel, you can still take care of my cat for me.
Keep cat.
Extended borrow.
Keep cat.
Okay.
And he puts his hand out for the cat first.
Same time, man. Same time.
Cat. And he takes the cat from you. And he looks, and he
Shovel.
reluctantly puts the shovel out.
Okay. I hit Ellentil with it. No.
What the crap? Whang! He just gives it back.
What is the shovel?
It's gonna be one of those nights, guys.
That's
Just,
good.
it's gonna be one of those nights.
Good.
Okay, cool. So I will go to the Burgermeister's house and ask to borrow his son.
Okay.
Further proving that we're borrowing a body.
At this point,
I'm pretty sure that's
Enoch,
worse
you
than
notice that
kidnapping a baby.
Otto is a kid in a candy store with this wooden cat. He's just doting over it right now.
It was either that or I give him a fiend looking thing, so it works better. Yeah. What?
I'm waiting on you all. He's going to go get the Burgermeister's son. What's the rest of
Yeah,
what?
like
I figured we would just stay together.
Yeah, that was my thought.
well, let's go. We don't have time to waste.
All right, I go arm in arm with Enoch and start skipping back to the Burgomeister's house.
This is
I do have a question. What was the item that we needed from Valaki?
We need the water and the
The dress.
dress.
We need the old dress and the blue water.
And the baby's being born somewhere. Jacob didn't give me that note. I just know it's within the hour.
We don't know where the baby's being born. We
Hold
know
on,
that
I gotta
it's
be
in
tall.
town.
kidnap the baby.
Okay.
Other questions.
Okay. While Enoch is off doing whatever it is he's doing, I'm gonna turn to Bird Person here.
I feel like I've lost control.
Be like, sir, we are not stealing a baby.
How
No.
did you turn it?
And then I kind of like with two fingers, I like pop him on the beak. No.
So, kind DM, sir,
Yes. What's your question?
where exactly is the baby being born?
It was in Crest, right?
Yeah, it's in press.
I
It's in
thought
Crest.
it was incorrect. Okay.
We weren't. I mean, we didn't tell us specifically what house.
We just barge in. Baby.
No, he did.
He
He
did.
told us.
Tamira
of course I
Yolansky.
Yeah.
Yolinsky. Demira,
So we go there.
Demiria Yolinski. What these?
Which is-
These names are hard.
Oh yeah,
No, because that's not the mother. That's the midwife.
That's the midwife.
No, she's about to give birth.
Okay.
Yolinski's about to give birth, and the local midwife named Kretiana Dolvov.
That's why we didn't write any of this down.
Yes.
Because
It's like trying to
we
spell-
couldn't spell it.
Right. It's like trying to spell my last name.
It's like trying to spell
Your
anything
last
that
name is
happened in this
impossible.
damn world.
What is it, Jacob?
I said it's like having to spell anything in this damn world.
It's true.
So,
Cursed and damned world, by the way.
So, I vote we go ask it / get the son, which is really bizarre, and then we go and get the tears from the baby.
Okay, I am gonna propose that we do split the party at that point, and we send the not bird people to go retrieve the tears of the baby.
All right, so off we go to the mayor's house. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna try and pronounce his name.
That sounds good. Dmitry Kreskov.
Yeah, him.
So with
I can
that,
actually write
you
stuff
all turn around and you notice the abbot has gone.
Yeah. No.
Yep. Otto and his companion have basically gone back into their respective guardhouses.
Okay.
So Otto is still playing with his toy that you gave him, and enjoying it immensely. And Siegfried is just kind of just burrowing it back into her dirty, moldy
Oh,
furs.
hold on. I'm gonna walk up to her and hand her a lock of silver braided hair and go, "Do you want? It's pretty."
You hand her what?
A lock of silver braided hair.
And she looks at you and looks at the hair. So what do you want for it?
Nothing. It's a gift to you.
She just reaches out and snatches it back.
Deuces.
Okay.
They're people too. They're not wild animals.
I don't know, man.
This has nothing to do with the game, but it kind of does because it's like bugging my eyes out. Is Ronnie's camera going like in and out slightly for anybody else?
Mm-mm.
Nope, just you.
Not even
Oh,
me.
good. Okay.
Oh, good.
Good. Thanks.
Yay. Whoopity doo. It takes you another good, it takes you a little while. Are you all going at like a steady pace? Not really trying to hide right now?
Yeah.
Okay. It takes you a little while to get down these switchbacks. Not as long as it did to go up, because obviously you're going down an incline now.
Right.
So it's not really close to. I mean, you all hit the road at sun up, so it's not even really close to lunch right now.
Okay.
So you all got some time. People are still cordial to you as you pass through the village, but they do give
I've
you.
got the shovel over my shoulder, by the way.
They
Just-
do give you a wide berth, knowing that probably throughout the village it is known that you all are to leave soon. But they're just kind of, like I said, they're cordial. Some smile, some just kind of give you that blank stare that you're used to in Barovia. And then after a little bit, you actually make your way to the Burgomaster's cottage. Burgomaster's cottage. And you stand there on the trail, I'd say trail, but it's like a dirt road, in front of his cottage. And you notice that there is a young woman that is coming out, not a young, but middle-aged woman, female human, coming out of the cottage, dressed very regally, not for Kresk, of course. Long brown hair with little bit of silver, not gray, but that elegant silver coursing through it, braided, hanging over her left shoulder. She's wearing dull tones of no, it's not what you think. Wearing dull, like earthy tones, but still very nice, everything. And she looks and she goes, "Oh, hello. Can I help? May I help you?"
We're looking for Dimitri. Is he in?
My husband is around back. I am.
Okay.
You stayed here, did you not?
Yes, last night.
Yes. I am Anna, Dimitri's wife. Pardon me, but I was gone most of the night, tending to a young lady that is about to give birth. In the absence of a priest here, they have called me in to pray for good health and watch after them. Of the baby and the mother, and that's where I'm heading now.
I ask you something very strange
Yes,
as a favor.
sure.
Can you take Caitlin, and I'll point to Caitlin and Mulgar, and I'll point to Mulgar, with you? We have a favor to ask of the new mother.
Why would you need to ask a new mother who is giving birth a favor? It's very odd. And I know of you, and I know that you're supposed to leave town today, so I'm not sure what you want to accomplish with this.
Oh, it gets weirder. Trust me. We need some of the newborn baby's tears. It's in our never-ending quest to rid this land of Strahd.
She goes stone-faced. Why do you need tears from a newborn child?
It's part of our never-ending quest to rid this land of Strahd.
There's great magic to be had in the tears of a newborn child. None of it good.
I didn't say it was good. I just said it got weirder. So,
Not comfortable taking your friends anyway. I think it's time.
can they just follow you at a safe distance and then ask the mother midwife?
I just snorted. I'm but a woman that is on her way to take care of someone. I'm one person. I say but a woman, but do not cross me.
No, we are the threat.
I can't
to
stop
you
all of
guys.
you.
What?
I'm not able to stop all of you from what you're doing. I don't know. If you mean harm, I'm not able to stop all of you, but I will try.
Yeah, Mulgar's gonna chip in and he's gonna say, "Well, we don't mean harm, but we could be," pointing to Kaylin, "could be useful to you. I am a man of the woods, and maybe we could help find some items to maybe ease pain or to put everyone at ease."
I like that. Taking its point of
Yep.
inspiration.
That was good.
It was really
Holy
good.
crap, dude.
Roll a persuasion check, or roll a persuasion roll, and since Enoch is also trying, not trying, but since Enoch is also with you, go ahead and roll at advantage.
I helped.
You did.
19.
Okay, she rolled a natural 1. And she perks up at this, and she's like, "You know herbs and spices, you know herbs and plants and
everything
medicine. 13 of them. Is it 13 herbs and spices? Yeah,
It's 11.
11. I added my spice to it. That sounded weird. So yes, go ahead and follow me,
Dandruff.
and forget anything that the idiot DM just said.
Dandruff.
Okay.
And she actually does perk up at the thought of you being able to offer some sort of medicinal help, especially kind of a holistic, natural and not just magic.
Ellen Teal, do you want to go with them, or do you want to talk to Dimitri?
Dimitri's the mayor.
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk to Dimitri.
You gonna cut the head off this one too, buddy?
Right, I was thinking that.
I'm kidding.
I'll be right
I'm
back.
kidding.
Okay. And then, I will take the cleric with me.
Okay. So all three of you, let's see, you've got Ellentil, Maul, and Enoch are going to talk to Dimitri. And Mulgar, who disappeared. What happened?
He said he'll be right back.
Okay, I didn't hear that. I'm sorry. I just turned around. He's just gone. I was like, Rapture.
I got you.
Sorry.
Well, that speaks to some things in here.
Yeah. Selective. So Ellentil and Mulgar are going to the child.
No, me.
Yes.
I said, Kaylin, clean your ears out.
It's better than Maul and Mulgar going to the child.
Oh my gosh. Mulgar would be like, I don't know if you should do that. And he's like, no, we'll just take the baby and throw it out in the woods.
They run.
Whatever you do
Ellentil
with
says it's
babies,
cool.
you weirdo, kinku, bird cleric of death.
So, before we go talk to Dimitri, Maul, come here. So, I want you to talk to him and say that you would like to bless the site for further rest.
Okay.
Okay?
I'm not a grave cleric. I'm a death cleric, man. I'm on people's deathbeds, not their
Are you telling him
gravestones.
this?
I'm like whispering it to him, yeah.
That's okay. I got your back.
So you finally revealed what kind of cleric you are to him.
Yes.
Okay, good to know.
And then, we will go find Dimitri.
Wait. Okay.
Why is he rolling?
Good to know. So Dimitri,
That was your first death save.
I told so many people about me rolling your all's death saves, and they're like, "Oh, that's harsh." I'm like, yeah,
It's a good
fun.
idea, though.
Yeah, it's a really good idea. Okay. So, sorry, I had a little piece of bacon stuck in my tooth there. That's gross, I know. I love bacon.
I'm going to
No!
Okay.
Hold on.
What?
Do we see him?
I was getting ready to tell you, you walk around back, and he's just kind of standing out back. It looks almost... My dog just ripped the biggest snore. It was amazing.
Nice.
He looks almost like he hands up praying. And then he hears you coming around the side of the house, and he drops and he turns. And he looks and he says, "Oh, you're still here."
For now. Last night, my friend here, and I point to Maul, had a premonition? Something along those lines, a vision, that the spirit of your son... Yeah, and I'm deadpanning this, not even looking around stupidly, just his spirit is troubled, and he would like to bless the gravesite.
I am a cleric, and I show him. Sorry. Before this, what I was going to say is I'm going to take the Mother Knight's little holy symbol,
Emblem. Mhm.
off of my staff and into my bag before this happening. I'm going to flourish.
Are you going to do that before you walk around the corner?
Yes.
Okay.
Before
Okay.
anyone can really see it.
So what are you going to flourish?
I'm going to flourish my two holy symbols on my staff. The one of the Morning Lord and the one of my holy symbol. So,
The Night Mother?
yeah.
It's
What
a very
is that?
neutral thing of you to do.
What is
I d-
what is the Night Mother's holy symbol?
It is a moon. It is a purplish moon, if I believe.
Okay.
And I'm going to refer to my god as I'm just going to refer to my god Shar. I don't know if he would know who that is. Yeah.
I don't know.
And
I don't know if he does or not.
and the Morning Lord.
Okay. I mean, I should say you don't know if he does or not.
Yeah.
In this, and I go on, like, explain, in this cursed place, every little bit helps.
Okay.
And I didn't know you had lost your son, but this is the best chance that I feel we have to uplift the people around us.
I need you to make a deception check at advantage because of Maul.
And my clericy things.
Ooh, what are they? Some of them. Okay. 19.
He looks at you and he says, why does the cleric hold the symbol of the Morning Lord and something that appears to be a symbol that represents the Night Mother on his
This
same
is-
staff?
Obviously, we are not from your land. But upon his arrival, he has been...
It's close enough, Maul.
Okay.
What was
I thought
the Night Mother's holy symbol?
I thought Mother Knight's holy symbol was a skull.
Never said skull.
I have a description of it that you gave me. But
okay.
you're the DM.
What is it? What is it? What is the description?
So the
Because this is obviously
description that
something I don't remember,
Okay. So the
and obviously
description
needed
that-
to write down in my notes and did not.
Okay. No, you were right. It's a crescent moon. My bad.
That's what I thought. Okay. Now, I have what I thought it was early on, but I don't know if I changed it for you, is what I was saying. But I didn't. But I was like legitimately like I've done that, So
Okay.
he looks at you and says, "So why would I trust you with anything that you say?"
Since our arrival into these lands, obviously we are not from here. And I point to Maul, I point to
Obviously.
Elendil, and myself. Although, he's had these visions in certain places that have helped out the area. And he strongly feels, and told me this morning after we did our chores, amazingly on his part, that this is something that we must do.
And he just shakes his head and he goes, "I cannot believe you're still here and you're trying to lie to me about your son, about my son. What? Do you think me a fool?" And as soon as he starts saying this, you all hear not stumbling, but you hear footsteps behind you, and you immediately hear, "They do not lie." And as you turn, you see a man dressed in blue vestiges with a tall hat looking at you, and it's the abbot. And he says, "Your wife is away, but I know she would want to hear this as well. But I'm going to tell you," and he's looking right at Dimitri, and he says, "The gods of life, gods of light, want the Kreskov bloodline restored. We're bringing your son back to you."
And I deadpan shock look on my face at the abbot, like, that's what we're doing?
There's no need. He laughs and he's like, but he looks at Dimitri and says, your son has recently passed, but I and the gods of light can bring your son back to you. You give me his body, and we will do that. That's what my companions are trying to do. They do not lie. He kind of gives you two the side eye, like. And Dimitri looks at each of you and says, you cannot serve one. You cannot serve both. You must serve one or the other. And clearly, this man in front of me serves the gods of light. And he walks right up to Enoch and says, give me your shovel.
And I hand it to him.
He walks about 20 paces behind his house, beneath a tree, one of the large trees that you've seen in this area. And there's a simple marker underneath the tree. And it just says Ilya Kreskov in common. And he begins to dig.
I offer help to dig.
And he just puts up his hand, and he just does. He goes, "This is my son."
Understood.
And he begins to dig, and it takes him not as long as you thought it would, but he begins to dig, and without becoming too macabre, he retrieves the body that is wrapped in linens in a box. He pulls the box off, and he holds the body up, and he hands it to the abbot. Without thinking twice, the abbot takes it. And then he stops and he looks at you and says, fetch a cart.
1, 2, 3, not it.
No, he looks right. I'm sorry. I'm actually looking at Enoch. I apologize. Enoch. He looks at Enoch and says, fetch a cart. And Dimitri looks over and says, there's one in the garden.
Okay.
And you know exactly where the garden
cart
is. It doesn't take you very long to get a cart. And he places the body into the cart gently. And he says, I will meet you
Better
back.
than the last time.
I will meet you back at the Abbey.
Okay.
And then standing behind you, sweaty, dirty, tears streaming down his face, he throws Enoch the shovel. And you ding, and you catch it. And he puts one hand on his rapier hilt. And he says, this better be true, or I'm not coming for him.
Understood.
Ding, ding.
And he turns around and walks to the backyard. Kalen! Mulgar! All this time you are following Anna to the baby house. You're actually following her to the Yolinsky house.
Do we have time to look around to see?
Make a nature check. Make a perception check and a nature check.
Okay.
Can I help him with that?
You can help him with the perception check.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I figure he would tell you what to look for.
We're
Yeah.
not.
I was like, and can we follow them? Like,
You can, yeah, but this is happening simultaneously.
right, but
Right.
like they went off in
Yeah,
a direction.
I'll tell you all when you show up.
Haha, come on, guy.
So
We
is
dug
he
up a
rolling
body.
with advantage, or do I just also need to roll a perception?
No, he can roll an advantage.
Okay,
If that's what you were going for.
that works. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
All right. So for the nature check, I rolled a 15, and for the perception check, I rolled a 14.
It takes you a little bit longer than what you thought it would, but you do find a few things that you recognize. That they probably call different names here in Barovia, but you find a few things that you can kind of mortar and pestle together and make some healing herbs and a little bit of paste, or a good salve or something like that. So yeah, you can find some stuff. It takes you a bit longer, and Anna's a little bit like huffy about it. Come on, we don't have all day. Please hurry. But she's just wanting to get to
Yep.
the baby's house. No,
I'm sure this will help her.
yes, oh, absolutely. So after a while, you get it's not a very far walk. It's a small, humble cottage that she goes to, and she knocks on the door. She opens it, and she goes, Katyana? Not, no, yeah, she's calling for Katyana. Dolovov. Dolvov. Man, it's these names, dude. What was I thinking? She's like, how's Demiria? And she's like, oh, she's fine. And they kind of small talk about how's everything's going. And then you hear a, kind of a groan in the background. She's like, but I do think it's time. And then immediately Anna just goes into super, like, priestess mode. She pulls out a shawl and puts it over her head. And she pulls out a symbol of the Morning Lord and begins praying. And she says, then finally she turns to Mulgar and she goes, if you have anything now, if you have anything, now's the time. And Karyana kind of looks at each of you and is like, okay, why are they here?
Mm-hmm. So can we, a little like retroactively, while they're making small talk, can I pull Kaylin aside and say, I'll be busy with the medicine and helping. Can you somehow baby tears?
Somehow baby tears. Somehow baby tears. I love it.
I'll figure something out.
Right.
I have to ask you, do you have any vials or anything that you can hold this in?
I could have dumped my water skin out.
You're not there, Mal.
Would that work? Did you hear me? Hello?
Make a perception check.
Can I help her?
Nope. You're busy with the stuff.
With the
Sorry.
medicine.
16.
Yeah, you notice a few things like almost there are cups that are about shot glass size, which means they are probably used for liquor or wine or something like that. There's not much liquor here actually in Barovia. It's just mostly wine. But there are smaller cups that you could probably collect some stuff in.
Okay.
So you can grab one of those if you so wish by making a sleight of hand check.
I'm good at those.
But you're not there. You're watching 19. You definitely raise your hand. You're like, oh my gosh, what's that? And then they all look, and you grab one of the cups and you put it up your monk sleeve. Obviously, you're much more elegant and crafty than that, but that's what my brain said right now, and that's what we're going with.
That's fine. It works.
Okay. Oh my gosh, what's that?
Oh my gosh.
So you and that clip, man. So time passes, and this is about the time you all start making your way up the road. The other three, Ellen Till as well. Yeah, I thought you fell asleep for a second. I just saw the top of your head. It's like, oh, him's a sleepy bear after eating him's Chick-fil-A. Mulgar, you're actually allowed into the room during the birth. Besides the noises, there's no real distinctive noise that you hear other than Demiria giving birth. So there's some screaming, some "you did this to me" and all that, because obviously there's no epidurals in this time. But I need you to make roll percentile dice for me.
That's both of those dice rolls.
Yes, yeah. So you roll the 10s and the 10-sided. Oh wow! We just went for a ride on Enoch's phone. What'd you get? What'd you get? What'd you get?
I dropped it. I dropped it. Hold on.
Okay. Did you drop it or are you just re-rolling a bad roll?
No, I did. I have all my dice on the side. I haven't even rolled yet. I got a 95.
Okay, so you have actually crafted together several useful things. One is a bitter root that she can chew to help with the pain. And the other one is a basic overall health salve that they can rub on the baby. You know, just on its chest and things like that, just to make sure it's breathing well and all that. So she is chewing on this bitter root and but still screaming a bit. And Kenny. After a while, she does give birth to a healthy baby boy. The umbilical cord is cut, so some things are not different. And while the mother coddles the infant, most of you all would be allowed in. The rest of you, like Kaylin and Anna, would be allowed into the room as well to see the baby. You all are kind of standing outside the door now, and if you knock, nobody's really going to answer because baby just got borned. But the baby doesn't cry.
Baby, I can't cry. I'm not actually saying that.
Can Mogar walk up to Kaylin and kind of like bump into her and be like, I need something for the tears.
And
Valentil, get in here. We need to show your uncle's face.
I have an idea.
I slide Mulgar like stealthily. Is I guess the best way I'm gonna say it.
Nobody's really paying attention to you right now. You notice.
Okay. I'm gonna give him the little cup vial thing that I had.
Okay, Mogar's gonna now that he has a little cup thing, he's gonna go up to them with the baby and say, can I see the baby? My herbs and stuff that I have could be useful for good health for the child. Just to give a good look through. I've done this 1,000 times.
The mother, Demiria, just looks at you and says, I don't know who you are, and I'm very tired, and I just want to hold my baby. And the baby does not cry. Has not cried. And
I only ask because I could help ensure that you have a happy, healthy baby.
Kretyana, as I said, is a human female. Strawberry blonde, a little bit older. A little bit older than Anna, but still very, spry. She looks and she goes, you give those to me and I will do it. But right now, let the mother hold her child.
Mogar just, okay, like rummage through his stuff, I guess, just to try to find something. I don't know, grass, weeds.
You made it. You made a basic health salve. Remember, I told you.
I thought I gave all that to what's her name.
You said you were going to give that to her. The only thing you gave over was the bitter root that she chewed on.
Oh, then yeah. Sure.
Yeah. So you can give that to her. Yeah, you got a high enough passive perception to notice that. Kretyana doesn't really look at you. She keeps looking at the baby.
Is that just Mulgar, or do I notice it too?
Mulgar notices that because he's closer to her. And he's also like 8 foot tall. So he's kind of blocking her. He is the house.
I am. So she's just like really just like staring at the baby like
She looks. She'll look at you and address you, but then she keeps looking at the baby.
Anna, I think is her name, next
Praying.
to me. Huh?
Yep, she's standing next to you praying quietly.
Okay. When she's done praying,
Mm-hmm.
can I lean over and just kind of whisper to her, is it normal for babies to not cry?
And she just kind of leans back and goes, sometimes, yes. Mulgar, make an insight check. I'm just going to tell you to do it. On Kretyana.
Holy crap! I have a really big modifier. 18.
You can see, yeah, you killed that. You can see she's deeply troubled.
I'm gonna get a little close and whisper in her ear. What troubles you?
Ah, 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 ah. It's very, very damp in my ear now. No,
Picked up the baby yet to put the stuff that I gave her?
no, she hasn't picked up the baby yet.
Okay.
And she looks at you and goes, not here. Not in front of the mother. And she pushes you to go outside. Out of this room.
We're just
And-
gonna be like, I want to make sure that you put the stuff on right.
Just go. I'm coming with you. So she pushes you out.
He'll walk up.
And she looks at Anna and she just kind of gives the nod, and Anna follows and looks at Kaylin and nods, and for her to follow as well. And she's like, let's give the mother and the child some time. And they shut the door behind them. And Kretyana looks at you and says, it's very sad. The child has no soul. Normally, if a baby... Yes, it has no soul. If newborns are soulless, they don't cry. And if they don't cry, that means they lack a soul. And that most Barovians lack souls. Bum, bum, bum.
How do we get the soul in the baby?
You don't know this, Maul.
Okay. Yeah, I was like, do I know anything about like?
No, you all are still
souls
standing
and
outside.
things?
They're like, what's going on in there?
So, is there anything we can do to...
No. It is normal here. Some were born with souls, some were born without souls. This is the curse of Barovia.
If they're born without a soul, do they grow up to live like a normal...
Normal as
Life
can be,
spirit.
yes. Very pale. Mostly with a sad, sullen look in their eyes. If you've met many people here, you've met many people without a soul.
Uh-huh.
This child will not cry. It will not love. It will not do much of anything in emotions because it has no soul. It's sad, but it is a way of life here.
So it just kind of goes like step by step, like the normal like motions.
Yes. I mean, it has hunger, tiredness. It knows it needs to work. But a body with no soul has no emotions, has no drive other than normalcy. Most people in this realm, most people in Barovia, not just the village, are born without a soul. I'm surprised you were not told this. Yeah. Well, thank you for your help. But I think it is time for you to go. The mother needs her sleep, and we have a child to tend to. It may have no soul, but it is still a child and needs help.
Well, before we leave, can I make sure that you put this healing salve on correctly?
If You are so insistent. Insistent, yes. She just lets out a sigh and she goes in and she goes, "Hi, Koryana? No, that's the midwife." She says, "Demira, I would like to place a little bit of this salve on your child. And apparently I'm doing it wrong if I just rub it on, which is what you're supposed to do with the salve."
No, he's gonna watch it for on. He's like, "You're putting it on the wrong spot." He's gonna be like,
I haven't even
"Look,
put it
babe."
on yet.
Well, he's gonna watch and like, he's gonna make sure. He's like, "You need to put it on the face."
So she's
Like
like,
a face mask.
she puts it on the baby's chest and rubs it in. And she puts it on the face and rubs it in a little bit more.
Morgoth's gonna say when she does that, "Oh, you're doing it wrong." He's gonna go like this, and he's gonna take his hand and just poke the baby in the eye. Not hard, but like, just like you got
The
something in your eye.
frick is wrong with you, man? No, you're not in there. You didn't say you were
Okay,
following. Yeah.
Yeah. I was more thinking I was gonna look at him before he went in there and say, "I'm gonna wait outside for you."
Okay. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. You're outside now.
Definitely
So
not
outside you see the trio that retrieved the body, and they have the wagon
I
with.
want to make it look obvious.
They have the
I just want to look like.
sorry. They have the body with them as well. They have the cart.
Okay.
So Mulgar, holy freaking crap! First of all, make a deception roll.
Just lightly.
You're a Goliath. Your finger will go through the thing's skull.
15.
Okay, she's like, I don't think I'm doing it wrong, but whatever. Now I want you to make.
Attack roll.
God no.
Slide.
Does the
Sleight of hand.
I do have a question. Since
What's your question?
I was gonna say, since I poked the baby in the eye, does
You haven't
like,
poked the baby in the
tear,
eye yet.
Like I.
Yeah.
Oh,
I will
okay.
see if you come back with an eyeball on the end of your finger or not.
Say that.
And I'm not saying that.
Coated in
Listen,
tears, though.
what did I tell you all? No harm will come to children in this game.
They're not. I'm just.
No,
just
I will
nervous.
not ever make you hurt a child, like kill a child. Is what I'm saying. I want you to make
What
a
do I
sleight of
roll?
hand roll first to see if you can hide what you're doing.
$15.
Okay. Okay. Now I want you to make a dexterity check.
One second, modifier. 15.
There's 3 15s in a row.
Keep rolling a 14.
So you're like,
have
you
a
get
plus on that.
salve on the end of your giant meat hook finger. And like legitimately because Goliaths are giant kin. And you get down to this tiny little baby and you literally go, oops. And you poke the baby in the eye with the salve on your finger. And the baby pulls its head back and closes its eye, but doesn't cry. Frowns a bit, but then goes back to the normal. But you just see the eyes covered in salve and turning red.
Yo, that's cold blooded.
So Morgoth's gonna like, "Oh, I'm so sorry," and he's gonna go and wipe some of the salve off and have the glass. I mean, if she sees the glass, who cares?
Yeah.
He'll just say like, "Oh, I'm getting some of the salve off," but he's gonna make sure to see if the eye is teary, and if it is, he's gonna go
The
for it.
eye isn't really teary.
Your baby's dehydrated.
No, I get what you're saying. Medically, it would tear up. I'll tell you. Let me do this then.
Yeah, like I would move some salve. And
Okay,
maybe, like, kinda
you do have you do see some tearing because of the salve and the poke in the eye. But you don't see a lot. We'll put it that way, because it's mixing in with the salve.
Well, Morgoth's just gonna like clear all the salve from that area and put it in the cup and be like, "Oh, save this for later."
And immediately while you're doing that, and while you're trying to explain yourself, Kretyana is going to be like, "What the you? I saw you poke that child in the eye. What is wrong with you?" She rolled a natural 20 on her perception. Like you had to. That was the DC. You had to beat a 20. And
okay, well,
and she's like, "Get that!" And she smacks her legs and says, "Get out, get out!" And she starts pushing, and then you just hear like, you hear Demira. It's like, "Why did you poke my child in the eye?" And she's like crying, just like holding the baby.
Morgan's gonna be like, I didn't
What
mean
is
to.
wrong with you? You need to leave. And she's pushing
we
you
all
out, and
hear
finally
this?
you get to the door, and she just kind of like is like trying to push you out, but you're kind enough to let her move you because you're Mulgar and you're nice. And then she just slams the door in front of you, and there you see your 4 companions just staring at you as you're shoved out of this house. Like, how dare you poke a child in the eye? And wham!
What
Slams the
heck?
door.
Why'd you gotta poke the child in the eye?
It's
Morgan,
actually
when he comes
quite
up, he's gonna-
hilarious. Why
He's
that
gonna
was,
be like,
that was inventive, and I loved it. I wish I would have rolled lower.
Morgan's gonna come out. He'll be like, the baby might have been a little broken, but I tried my best. It mixed in with this stuff that I made. Hopefully, it will be okay.
How much are we supposed to get of this stuff?
I'm gonna.
He
look
never
at
told
them.
you.
I'm gonna look at them and say what he means by broken. Is apparently somewhat normal here for children not to have souls.
Morgan just points.
Therefore, they don't cry.
Not
How
only
the-
that, she would have, you would have known that she reiterated that they grow up to be people without souls.
Yeah, that.
Well, if you didn't say that,
No,
You
you
didn't
didn't
get
say
through.
that, but she told you that.
It's a normal child. It just doesn't have a soul, doesn't cry, still gets hungry, still works.
what's up, Mal?
I was just gonna ask if I know anything about this as a cleric.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not from this realm.
Well, did we at least come to the right place?
Yes.
Yes.
How do we get the...
Guys, I have a feeling we were just unlucky.
Well,
Uh.
Mulgar has told you that he did collect some, but it is kind of mixed in with the salve that he has, but it's still in the cup.
Yeah, I tried my best.
Okay, well, let's take these to the abbot.
If it works.
Right.
I have a question, just to clarify. Did we have to get it from this baby?
It's the only one that you know of being born today.
Right.
If we see more babies.
We'll keep an eye out on the way up.
Is anybody here having a baby?
He's there.
Is there any babies here we can make cry?
It's the greatest voice impression I've ever heard. I don't remember which
I'll-
from, but it's a
it'll-
good one.
It'll be back when I can do more British accents. Right now we're an Eastern European accent, and I lose it. But hey, why did you make my baby cry?
Thought I had a golden ticket.
Sorry.
I've got a golden ticket.
He's got a golden twinkle in his eye, but that baby didn't.
No, it had a big old Goliath finger in it.
Yep.
It's like
And
literally,
some
it's
salt.
like it was
I didn't think of any way
like
else.
this is Mulgar's finger, and this was the baby, and it went. Brit.
And it still didn't cry.
Nope.
I'm just saying this would have been really easy.
If I made
for
you
me.
roll an
I'm really
attack
good.
roll, you would have killed the baby.
Yeah.
But no,
Yeah,
it was I would never have done that, but I'm just trying to get how big you are compared to a child. But what you did was brilliant, and I would never, of course, I'm never going to make you roll an attack roll on a baby, because then I would need to stop being a DM and stop playing this game and not be a human anymore. But that's how strongly I feel about that. But what you did was brilliant. I just happened to roll really high on her perception. And but you did it. I mean, you got what you wanted done. It was just like one of those things where, like, I had to roll for what happened. So we don't know how much you've gotten, if it's enough. I mean, it's, you got to take it to the abbot to find out.
Yep. So let's go.
There's one last
'Cause
thing
I'm
you
not-
need.
Say what?
Well, there's two last things you need.
Right. I'm not walking to Valaki with a corpse cart.
That's true.
Yeah, no.
Good call.
Let's go get.
Honestly,
give this stuff back.
he told you to bring the body back to the abbey anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here's
we're
two.
just going to, for brevity's sake, we're going to say that you make your way back up. It takes you a little while. It's a little past noon now, because you all have been, poking babies and gathering dead sons and things like that. So you make your way up. Obviously, thankfully, Anna didn't notice the body, because it, of course, it's wrapped up and dirty. But they were just kind of like, she just like, this big dude just poked a baby in the eye. I'm out. And so, he'll probably have hell to pay when she gets back to the cottage. So you make your way
Maybe.
back. The abbot is actually standing in front of the doors to the abbey, looking at you. The closed doors. You all have not even made it into the courtyard yet. He just meets you at the front door. And he says,
Right.
You have the body? Did you happen to gather the tears?
Well, about that, I poked a baby in the eye, and this is all I could get. And Morgot's gonna hand.
And he raises one finger, and he's like, you poked a baby in the eye.
And he just shake his head and
Why did you not gather the tears naturally when the child was born?
he'll explain to him that the baby didn't cry, soulless baby.
He obviously becomes very sad. It's like, I hate to see that. But you did the next best thing, I suppose. You are the one that poked the baby in the eye. With your big old meat hook hand. Okay. And he looks and he's like, what is the green stuff? What is this?
It's like good stuff. It makes your body feel good, and
Is it
It's
narcotics?
is it
medicine.
okay that it's mixed together?
Is it natural?
Yes.
And he looks and he kind of stirs his finger around in here and this will do. This will do. I don't know. There shouldn't be any adverse side effects, but it is natural. This should do. It has the tears mixed in it, apparently. Now, do you have my dress? Obviously not my dress, but do you have the dress? And do you have the water?
Oh. Going to go get it now.
Wonderful.
We just
Wunderbar. He says
What's up, Mo?
wonderful. What'd you say,
we
Mo?
just wanted to drop this off first.
Yeah, well, I do appreciate it because if you want to see a miracle, stick around. And then go
But we're
get the-
supposed to.
yes.
get the dress
First, I want to show you something cool. He doesn't say cool. That was Ronnie because he's getting tired. I want to show you something wonderful. And the abbot goes over to the cart. And he takes out a small dagger from his waistband. And we're talking like small. And he starts cutting the linens and the cloth open that is covering the body, actually. Ilya. And he pulls it open. And he
Sorry,
looks.
dinner's almost done. So
Oh, okay, sorry. I'll hurry. He looks and he says, "This is Ilya, the gods of light. They want the bloodline restored." And with that, he takes Sorry. he actually takes in the pouch on his side. He pulls out a brilliant diamond, and he places it on the chest of Ilya. And he begins waving his hands and making arcane symbols, and he begins speaking. Does anyone speak? I hate to even... What languages do you speak, Maul?
I speak Elvish, Alderian.
The hell is Alderian?
I don't know. It's the bird language.
Alderaan? It got blowed up.
Hold up, I have to look. Give me one moment, please. I speak. Also, thieves can't, but I doubt he's speaking that.
No. Toe.
If I can find it.
All right, while you're looking,
Sorry,
Mulgar,
it's
what do
taking-
you speak?
There we go.
I speak Common, Druidic, Giant, and Orc.
Okay. And Maul, you said you found yours?
Yes, I found mine. Sorry, it's Urian, Common, Elvish, and Thieves Can't.
Okay. Mulgar, or Enoch.
Common and Dwarven.
Okay. Ellen Teal. I love it.
Common, Dwarvish, Elvish, and Sylvan.
Okay. Kaylin.
Celestial, Common, Dwarvish, Elvish, Gnomish.
Celestial. Wow.
Yeah.
None of you recognize the language he's speaking. But, Kaylin,
Yes.
it sounds familiar.
Okay.
Harsh, but familiar. And with that, you hear a slight and Ilya's eyes shoot open. They are a dull green. Where they were once, they were green. They had, I mean, like, you all wouldn't know that, but, and you hear, and he sits straight up, and he looks around, and he starts to, who are you? What is happening? Where am I? What? And then the abbot raises his hand and goes, son, hold on. Take a deep breath. And he's like, I hurt all over. What have you done? And he's like, it's just the effects of the spell. You were dead. But now you are not. And he's like, the gods of light be praised. I'm actually going to...
I was about to say, did we lose him?
No, me? No. I'm
Okay.
looking.
You
I'm
did
looking.
freeze.
I'm looking. I did not
Okay.
freeze.
Okay.
I was just thinking about something. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Give me a second. Excuse me. And as he's standing there and the abbot is trying to console him, he becomes just rigid, stiff as a board, and falls back down on the cart and is weeping uncontrollably. And every once in a while he'll just scream, "Why?" And he finally brings his hands up to his face and goes into a fetal position, and is just weeping.
Tears of a baby, grab him.
He's what?
Tears of a baby, grab them.
He already handed him over to the abbot.
I meant from this weeping baby.
Oh, you're telling the abbot that?
Yeah.
He's like, no, it doesn't work like that. I need a newborn. Tears of a newborn, not a reborn. I understand. It was very nice of you to suggest, but leave the arcane to
saying
the
he's-
arcane.
Seeing a baby.
He has seen the other side. He has seen horrors we will never understand. Let him cry. Fetch my dress and fetch my water. I will take care of him.
I go get the shovel. Give the shovel back to
Yeah,
Bob.
Otto.
Otto.
Otto's
That's what I
like,
said.
he grabs it from you, and then he hobbles back into his hut, and he just holds the shovel and holds the cat up above, and holds him in, and just laughs maniacally.
Well, he's happy.
Yeah.
Later, Otto.
Yeah. That's all he says.
So I'm guessing we start walking back down.
That's up
I'm
to you
gonna
guys.
look at the party as we're walking down and say, so we're gonna have to leave. I guess we're gonna he's gonna meet us because he said we don't have to worry about getting back into the town.
Yep.
I'm like, do any of you guys remember if there is a way for us to get to the water that we need, being like outside of Valaki, or do we actually have to go
I
in?
don't think the lake was inside of the city wall. It is?
Kind of, yeah.
It's inside city limits.
The main road, Old Slavic Road, runs through Valaki,
Okay.
much like it does Barovia.
My question is there a way if we're in like the foresty area?
You know that you could probably cut off the road through the wilderness and get to it, but you're also going through the woods of Barovia. And that's where I'm going to leave it, because you're going through the woods of Barovia.
We could also ask. Lockheed is not his name, but that's the L word. Or that's popping into my head. The dude from the.
I'm going to let you figure this one out.
Jeez.
Because you called him Lockheed, that's amazing.
Okay, so
Luvash.
there we go.
Luvash.
See? Lockheed, Luvash, same.
No.
A difference.
No.
Are you trying to suggest he can get us into Valaki?
No, I'm trying to suggest that we might be able to pay him to retrieve some water for us.
Yeah.
Because I don't feel like he owes us any favors at this point. He put us up for the night.
Yup. Anyway, let's go.
Yeah.
Anybody got a magical teleporting spell, or is that a no right now?
No, because we're not high enough level.
Yeah.
I was about to say, what?
I can.
You
teleport
reaching on that
30
one, homie.
feet. I can teleport 30 feet.
Once a day?
Pull the Skyrim strat of just like waiting 24 hours and then doing it again.
As we're walking, I know we're gonna ask Luvash, but I kind of want to look and see, do we see any of our raven friends?
Make a, you know what to do.
I mean, that also only
Perception.
saw. Even if we pay Luvash to get the water, however we get the water, that only solves half our problem in Valaki.
Well, that doesn't solve any of our problems in Valaki.
Well, what's happening to be in Valaki when we're not allowed there right now?
That's so fun. It's so true.
I wonder why.
Okay, city
imagine
guards.
how
Now
much
we're just passing
easier this
through.
would be.
Look at him and I said, I've never threatened to kidnap a baby before, so
At least
gotta
I've
play
never
fair.
cut off an unarmed man's head.
Anyway,
that you've told us about.
I didn't cut off their head. I stabbed him.
Do you actually say that?
No, I don't actually say that.
Okay.
I was 100% about to act on the fact that he just said that.
I'm just letting it happen.
21.
Oh, yeah, you don't see anybody.
Dang it.
Those birds must be really stealthy.
Or they're not here.
Anyway,
I don't know,
so
that was a pretty low roll.
I'm playing a merry tune as we leave.
So my only question is, do we have anybody who has the ability to disguise themselves?
I'm really sneaky.
I had an idea. I could be a sneaky animal, I
I
guess.
was gonna say, yeah, you
Hey.
could wild shape.
Be like Twilight Princess if you guys ever played that game.
That is
Ronnie's
that's like my top tier Zelda game.
Yeah, I'd be like the wolf trying to get the sword and shield for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
So are you thinking of wild shaping to get into the house?
Yeah, and then like running out with a dress or something as like a wolf or a fast
A
animal.
wolf stole my dress.
Okay, so this is Jake and Ronnie. Feel free to stop me here. This is a question for Jacob, who knows how to play a druid.
Are you trying to say I don't know how to play a druid?
No. I'm about to ask a logistics question.
Yeah.
When you wild shape, anything that is on your person, you have the option to have phase into your wild shape.
Unless you say as option, you mean I take it off and drop it on the ground. Otherwise, it is absorbed into your.
Yeah. That's what I meant. It's so. This is the dumb idea in Jacob's brain. You could wild shape, get into the house, find the wedding dress, drop your wild shape, put on the wedding dress, and wild shape again.
What you're trying to tell me
This
is
ate
use both of my wild
monstrons.
shapes and
Couldn't we just put it in his bag?
Hush! I won't Bogart have to wild shape out and be wearing a wedding dress.
I knew that was why.
I wanted to stay like
But I agree with the wild shape idea.
Yeah.
First, let's also try and figure out how to get this water. I will empty out my the
Water skid?
that
so
thing.
I have another question. So you said that the lake is inside the city, right?
Yeah, roughly.
I can take the dress, run to the lake, put a bunch of water in my mouth, run out, and spit it out. I've been brewing on this all
Recycled
night.
water. Very earth friendly.
Never said
I can purify
bring
it.
it to.
Hey,
Wait,
I'm not sure if that would take away the blue
Wait.
part of it, though.
wait. What?
So his suggestion was that he could wild shape to get into the city, go to the Watcher house, find the dress,
Mm-hmm. Take the dress.
run to the lake, and in his wild shaped mouth capture a mouthful of water for us, and then get back to the group and spit the water into a bucket or a cup or something for us.
Or dip the dress into the lake.
See, but
doesn't
carry it.
that would definitely take the blue quality away from the water, I feel like.
Really? You just wring it out.
Whenever you wring water out, it's not the same color as it was before it went into the water.
Look, either way, it's a safe bet to make Ellenteal get the water, because that way they're not only like the saddest person I know, they're also blue. So either way, you get both a metaphorical and
And-
the
Yeah, you have to keep it at a certain temperature, but high quality H2O.
I swear if you go
Yeah.
back to that same joke, I'm going to hit you.
Mama said,
Don't test me, boy.
I think we broke the DM.
The DM is actually just trying to figure out what you all are doing.
We're
I think
walking to Velaki,
Okay.
and we're having this discussion on the road.
Okay, great.
Wait. Can I talk to what's his face first?
Who's
Dimitri, the abbot.
The abbot. There we go. I would like to talk to him and show him and ask him about the stone that is missing from the gravestone of his
Cemetery?
Yeah.
Give me 1 second. So you want to go to the abbot and ask him about the stone that's missing from the gravestone in his... Yes, okay.
Yes.
He looks at you as he's trying to console a weeping man. You mean the one that's marked with an X? It's
Yes.
a fine treasure, I suppose. And it's roses and all that. You are looking for Tasha Petrovna's holy symbol, are you not?
Yes.
Well, if you are seeking that, then I shall need something from you.
What would you like?
I'll have to ponder on that. You're all getting me things that I need for the dress. I mean, for the bride. But that is for one holy symbol. This is for another that is seemingly very important to you. Let me mull this over. And when you return with my dress and my water, I will let you know.
Okay. Thank you very much.
By the way, you cannot serve light and dark. It's just as Dimitri said. Something tells me you've already chosen. Run along.
Thank you very much. Bye. Walk away with the rest.
He
of
goes
the
back
group.
to continue consoling a weeping man. All right, so along your way, it doesn't take very long to get to Velaki from Kresk. Along the way, you are greeted with the howling of wolves, the chittering of bats over your head. You do see several larger than you would like wolves in the distance.
Oh no.
But they are content with following right now. They don't really seem too preoccupied with you. Sorry. I'm pulling up my map of this whole area. So you march along the very familiar muddy road. You actually find yourself without, the wolves break off after a while. What look to be dire wolves. You actually get to the Raven River Crossroads, the bridge that's stretching over the Raven River. And there you see a very familiar person sitting on the edge of the bridge, looking at you beneath a dark cloak, is Luvash. And he goes, "My friends, something told me you'd be back this way, when it is not very advisable for you to be this way. Why are you coming here?"
Thank you.
You're welcome.
we need water from the lake. I'm trying to find the name of the lake, but yeah, we need water from the lake, and
Lake Zarovich.
yeah, that.
Yeah, that.
And then I look at the rest of the party for help because I'm awkward and I'm kind of not wanting to say the wrong thing and no help.
You've been gone for several days from Valaki.
Mm-hmm.
And in that time, we had a visit from
You had a
Strahd
visit.
himself.
What happened?
Cannot tell you much, but I will tell you this. Your ban has been lifted. He was not happy with you. I'm sorry to say that Irina has been taken. Things are not good in Valaki right now. Yes, Jacob.
I want to clarify his statement. Our ban from Valaki or our ban from his village?
He's going to tell you.
Okay. Sorry, I got
Luvash lives in Valaki. Oh, not.
Okay.
No, he doesn't. He lives right outside of Valaki. And he says, "I tell you these things because I knew you were coming this way because your friends, the Ravens, told me you would be. They're going to great lengths to find this woman Esmeralda for you. And they have several very good leads. They paid me very well to be here to tell you these things. I'm telling you now, things are not good in Valaki. People have died. Things have been stressed in the 2 days you were there. Just in the short time that Strahd was there, he raged quite a bit. Because you took away his entertainment. These stupid festivals did not keep him away. They humored him. He laughed at them, at the silliness. But Strahd does not do things out of rash anger. He wants to punish you.
So that makes sense why he took Arena. But who all died in the midst of this? I know he wouldn't kill Arena, but who all died?
Say that again for me.
I want to know who all died. Like, I know he took Arena.
Her brother.
Okay. Is he the only one?
My wife.
Oh.
No, I kid. She's still.
My dad got dark real quick.
Sometimes I wish, you know. No, I was thinking he was somebody else for a second. The innkeeper's wife did not make it out. He was able to save his children. Only with her help and sacrifice.
Now it's become personal, Strahd. I like that guy.
He was helping you. Strahd knew that. The Blue Water Inn has been burned to the ground.
Now it's become personal for Enoch, too.
But
You took away the alcohol.
most people know that they don't have to smile anymore. So there's a plus. There's no reason to smile, especially now. Except for the mayor's wife, the Baroness. She's very happy now.
Is she actually going to let us in?
I was told that she is no longer going to lock you in stocks or flay the blue one.
It's like a weight has been lifted from her shoulders. For
About to say.
somebody.
I know this is a
Listen,
weird question. Would you
I will-
be willing to walk us there?
I'll walk you to the outside of town, but I am not going anywhere near that town. Besides, I
as
live
long-
out there, and we are preparing to move. I will
Well,
tell you
please.
this. Listen to me, and listen to me well. Your ban is lifted. Only after Strahd destroyed things and visited her home and took your friend? What in God's name are you eating, sir?
Seems a little sus.
Okay, so it looked.
It
It's
looks
ham.
amazing,
A hot minute.
but
I thought he was like going at like a raw chicken breast.
No, it's ham steak.
it looks
Okay.
amazing. Yeah, I thought that's what it was. It looks amazing, but I am thoroughly enjoying the fact that you're just forking that right up to your mouth and not even cutting it. I think that is brilliant. I'm not making fun. I promise you. It's.
I'm eating it with the mashed potatoes.
I saw that. That grossed me out a little, but I just like. I love mashed potatoes, but I don't mix food. Just don't mix my food.
Oh,
Unless it's like a famous bowl or something like that, I'm good. But I can't mix my food myself. Do you have to get that close to the camera though?
Yeah.
All right.
I am picking now. Dude, turn your camera back on. I do not care. Nobody cares.
As long as he can't hear it, he doesn't care.
Oh yeah. Now if I could hear it, there would be a problem. But I'll enjoy your food, man. I love to see people. This is what D&D's about: snacking, eating, hanging out, talking to each other. I do not care.
I'm smiling.
Enjoying
man,
it.
don't worry.
Enjoying it. I love it. So, he says, you all can't be that dense. But if you see yourself brave, then march right in. Ask for what you want. See if you can find your friend, the pretty one. I know where you can find your friend, her brother. In a shallow
In the
grave
ground.
near the lake.
Oh, like Lake Zarovich, where we need
Yeah,
to
it's
go?
the lake, Lake Zarovich.
So, I'm gonna look at the party and say, well, if we can get in now, that solves some of our problems. We should probably go see if we can help.
Well, are we going to the lake or are we trying to get the dress?
Morgan's just gonna shake his head and be like, "Oh, we have a plan."
I think the dress should be the priority
Me too.
because that's going to be the more difficult thing to retrieve, and we can grab water on our way out.
I would like to bring up a point, Asmal, and say that just because our ban is lifted doesn't mean we're welcome. I think it's more or less of a, oh, you've been exiled. It's now we'll execute you on sight, no matter
Oh, yeah.
where you are.
It's a trap.
That is not
Yeah.
something that I've heard, but I would not
It's a
rule it
trap.
out. I would not rule it out, Luvash says to you.
I'm not ruling it out, but I'm also thinking that they thought that they could manage things without the only adventuring party that's currently active, and clearly that didn't go very well. Now, they haven't actively sought us out to ask us for help, but the Baroness also promised us that she would keep Arena safe.
There is madness in that woman's eyes. Madness
So-
that got worse once her husband was beheaded.
Mm.
Now, I'm not saying he didn't deserve it. I'm not saying he did. I'm saying that that was a whole can of worms you opened up.
Seemed like a weight lifted.
It could be. She could be happier without him. I don't know. But I'm saying, once you enter there, you keep your head on a swivel. As Maul drinks from the skull of his enemies. I love it.
No, but I think the Watcher House is the first stop. I agree that I don't think we should just go sightseeing.
Yeah, no.
I don't think we should go to the Baroness's palace necessarily, unless we wanted to try and get some information about what, if anything, Strahd said when he attacked.
Yeah.
But I don't think that is necessary in our chain of events. It's also crossed my mind that if he's taken Arena, he's probably not going to take the bait from the abbot. So do
Yeah.
we really need the wedding dress in the first place, or the water, or to go back to Kresk?
Yes, because we still need the holy symbol.
That okay? Okay.
Like,
I-
this whole entire thing is to get something that he says
We're
is going to
jumping
tell us.
through all these hoops so
To
that he
get-
can. Yeah. Okay.
Right. I mean, we're setting him up for failure if it doesn't work. He's probably going to blame us, but that's okay. We're used to being the bad guys in these little towns. And I
Especially
said that, say that deadpan. Like,
Well, not much farther from here. Maybe another 3/4 of a mile.
okay.
Let's continue on. There's not been much.
Thank you for the information.
You saved my daughter's life. This does not change things. You are welcome in our camp, but not right now. Once we move, come see me.
That's
If
fair.
you know where we moved to. And he just laughs.
Mulgar laughs with him.
And of course you do. Mulgar doesn't know what he's laughing about. He just likes to laugh. I love it.
Yeah, he does.
So he gets you to the edge of town right before the road breaks off to his encampment. The Dusk Elves have moved on. I suggest you do too. You remember the Dusk Elves, right? They've
And the
moved
ones
No.
who
on.
made the liquor.
They moved on.
Well, that's
Like-
sad.
From this
From this
area,
area.
or like moved on
They
to...
moved on from this
like-
area.
Okay.
They know better.
Because I'll burn that damn castle down right now if they hurt those elves that make great liquor.
Became
Oh, I love it.
personal.
So
You
I
get
look
to
at
the
the
edge of
party.
town. I'm sorry, what'd you say, Kaylin?
I look at the party and say, "Are you ready?"
You get to the edge of town finally. And as you're walking, well, before you get to the edge of town, as you're walking down the road, you do see a pillar of black smoke that's starting to thin out. Smoldering, I guess you could say. You get to the edge of town and it's past midday. People should still be out. But you don't really see anybody. Not many people. Those that you do see are scurrying off to their respective homes or businesses and locking the doors. And you see Logan, stop. I've never met a dog that licks his balls louder than him. Excuse me. So disgusting. He doesn't even have any. He was neutered before I brought him home. So I apologize, stream, that you didn't need to hear that.
What was the name of the bartender? I can't find it. I know it's in my notes somewhere. I'm just missing it.
Why you gotta ask me these things, man? I'm not ready for that.
Because he's ready to curse at Strahd for it.
Actually, I am. But I got
Our
that.
new battle cry is going to be
Right
for the
here.
bartender.
Except for Enoch. Enoch's gonna yell.
He's pissed. Erwin
Win.
Martikov. Erwin Martikov. Martikov.
I adopt his kid and train them to be death clerics.
Courtney, why does it look like you're trying to type in my notes?
I'm not. I promise.
Don't touch his notes.
So I vote we go in. How do we feel about that? Yes.
Yeah, no other choice but to at this point.
What time
right?
of day is it?
Just
It's-
past mid. I mean, it's past midday, so it's probably closing in 4 or 5 o'clock.
Okay. And what time is dusk?
All day. But you're probably
Okay,
pushing
what time
about
is night?
7 or 8
Okay, sorry.
o'clock.
Okay, thank you.
We know where the Watcher House is.
Yeah,
Yeah, he does. She does.
and I mean, we all do. We staked it out that one time.
That's true. You did. Nope, you did
You
not.
and Mulgar did.
You and Mulgar did. Nobody else did. This was in your lone wolf days.
Well, I thought so. I know that I talked to him about it, and we checked out.
Right.
Mad Morrigan's
physically.
house.
They've never physically seen it. Only you and Mulgar have. Trust me.
Because as soon as we got to Valaki, you and Mulgar went off to scout out.
Because-
It was. We had been in
Because of your dream.
Valaki for several days because we didn't find out. I asked Erwin about the house, and he's the one who told us who it was.
I don't remember going there personally.
So, if you know where it is, lead the way.
Off we go.
Tap, tap.
You
Yeah,
make your
Marty
way.
decides to at least do recon on the mansion before going to the winery. I
The
was gonna say
mansion.
it's definitely in my notes. The Wachter House is the mansion I'm talking about.
Well, you checked it out because you were wondering if it was the same mansion from your dreams.
Yeah, but that was we found out. I found out where it was. Finally, told you guys about the dreams, at least partially, and we kind of passed it on our way out.
Okay.
So you get to the edge of town, and you notice that the gates are open.
Like open, no guards.
No guards that you see.
We'll make this easy.
Can I see if there's any like increasing amount of battle damage that's going on? Yeah, significant. Okay.
On the
We
gates,
hear
yes.
anybody fighting.
Make a perception check, because you're right outside of town. You're on the edge of town right now.
No. Okay.
I look over at Ellenteal.
I know my bag's loud. I apologize, but I'm getting a
I'll
little...
walk into town first. I don't care. If that's
You got a
if that's
12.
what you were about to tell me, child, I will.
That's enough to know that you seriously don't see anything, and you kind of strain your ear, and you don't hear any sounds of battle either.
Okay.
It's easy enough to, it's easy enough to see and hear a battle
Right.
raging on.
Okay.
Nathan, I'm gonna remind you that Ellenteal's 111 years old. You are a child to her.
You're a child to a lot of
Humans
other
don't
things
live
too.
for very long.
Yes, to a significant number of other elves, Ellenteal is a child.
Elves,
But-
dwarves.
No, I don't.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever played a dwarf, so I don't know what their lifespan is. So
Much like an elf.
Kinkus only live for like 60 years,
I
so
know.
they
Yeah.
don't live for very
So
long.
anyway, so you notice. I apologize. Let me retcon a little bit. As you pass through the gates, you do notice that there are people there, but there are not many people there like it used to be. People are rushing into their homes. People are rushing into their businesses and closing the doors. And you pass. As you continue down the road, you pass San Andres Church. There are wafts of smoke coming from several chimneys. But as you notice, there are some houses that are scarred and marred from claw marks in battle, and some aren't. And you continue on, and the air is eerily quiet, and it's growing darker as you walk through, much like storm clouds rolling in. And finally, you make your way up to that crossroads. If you turn right, it does lead you to the Baron's house. And looking straight, you notice that once where the Blue Water Inn once stood is now charred and black remains of the wood that made the walls and tables and bar, crumbled in a large pile. No one's there. You continue on, and the road leads you left to the Wachter House. You also know that if you turn right, you can go to the town square.
I'm keeping an eye out for us, just making sure no one's trying to.
Make a perception check, then.
I was gonna ask about the wolves that you had said were following us.
Oh no, I told you they went off.
Okay, I missed that. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
I'm gonna help as well if I can.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like keep watch.
Yeah. Do you want to roll separate or?
He can have advantage.
Okay, go for it.
Okay. Ooh. That is a 21.
Okay, good to know. So this is up to you guys. Where do you want to go?
I say we go to the Wachter house.
Okay.
Yeah.
Once again, as you get there, nothing much has changed about the Wachter house as you're closing in on it. The house seems disgusted with itself still. Slouching roof over furrowed gables and moss-covered walls that are sagging and bulging under the weight of the vegetation. And if you look at the house, its sullen countenance, you actually probably could hear the entire thing groan. That's still depressing, still not taken care of, and not touched.
I'll go up to the door and knock.
Okay. Huh. Didn't expect that.
It's official. Enoch's a Hufflepuff.
No, I just think he's got
Gryffindor.
some...
No.
Hufflepuff's knock. Gryffindors kick the door in.
Slytherins sneak through the back. Ravenclaw just doesn't bother with it.
Ravenclaw tries to find the key to the unlocked door.
Walk up, knock on the door. Right in front of you, eye level with you, roughly. Little door goes, boing, opens up, and you see eyes pop out and go, "State your business."
Hi, we'd like to talk to you about our Lord and Savior. No,
Wham!
Good morning, Lord.
I'll knock on the door again.
Go away.
No, we need your help.
You're not allowed in.
Then what are we doing here?
You're not allowed in the house. You could be vampires.
Okay. Like, I'll take a step back, and if there's an overhang, like, look up and go.
Oddly enough, no sun.
Yeah.
You forget where you are.
I did. That's why I did that. Look.
What do we need to
borrow your
help
wedding
you
dress.
with? What is your business?
Yep, we need to borrow your wedding dress.
I don't have a wedding dress. This is a male voice coming out.
You sure? Okay.
Is there a wedding dress in the house?
Right. What she said.
Wham! Mother!
I'll knock on the door again.
No answer.
I'll kick the door open.
Ooh, now we're getting into Gryffindor
Make a
shit.
strength check. I mean, he yelled for his mom, so something tells you that he's actually trying to figure out what's going on.
Then I'll hold off kicking the door.
Okay.
Was that Carl or Nikolai? Just out of curiosity.
You don't know because he only saw eyes.
Okay.
But
Do they sound the same?
yes.
Okay.
They probably
have no
sound the
idea.
same.
I just wanted to name drop from my notes.
Yeah, I was gonna say good
Back from
callback, by the
section
way.
8.
So, you've only met them drunk,
Mhm.
so you don't really know what their actual voices sound like. You know their drunk voices.
Me.
No, anybody that's met them.
Yeah, they were just in the.
They were
Blue
patrons
Water
of the
Inn
Blue Water Inn. They were always in there drinking wine.
Were they the two hunters?
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
They were the two dudes that Elrin.
Yeah, I was gonna say Elrin tried to
Flirt
get
with
these
him.
guys up.
Gotcha.
I don't know if he was trying to flirt with them or not, but it was like. I mean, he was dressed in a pretty dress at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
So, does he come back with mom?
Well, you're still waiting.
Yep.
Okay.
All of a sudden, the door does crack open a hair, and you see the face of Nikolai. Was it
Is this-
Nikolai? Did I give you the name Nikolai?
Carl and Nikolai. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do they look alike?
Somewhat, yes.
Okay. Can I tell it's not the same person I was just talking to?
It is. You can tell by the
Okay.
eyes. But then
Okay.
you just see a hand wrap around his face and push him away, kind of pie face him away. And then there stands a very tall, sullen looking lady, sharp features, dark hair bouffanted up kind of around, and a gold choker up around. What? I swear I can't go into a soliloquy without somebody raising their hand.
You can finish your description.
What's up?
But I have a question about her.
What is your question about her?
Is this the lady from my dreams?
Well, I would have told you that had you waited.
I raised my hand. I didn't
Yeah.
interrupt.
So she looks at you, you all, and you recognize her from your dream. Yes. And she says to you, "My name is Lady Fiona Wachter. How may we help you?"
We need to borrow your wedding dress.
My dress.
Not the one you're wearing, as gorgeous as it is, but maybe the one you haven't worn in a long time. Like, when you got married.
Explain why.
No.
Yeah,
Last time I tried to explain something, no.
I also.
There is a wedding dress in the house. Why do you need this?
It's for a wedding.
I'm getting married. And I point to Ellen Till.
I want both of you.
What?
Not both of you. I just want Mulgar to roll for deception. Because technically you're not lying. Enoch.
I know, but I could have helped with it.
Nope. He's telling you.
17.
He's telling something very different from you.
I didn't say anything.
You said it's for a wedding, didn't you?
And I said, I'm getting married. I rolled a 17.
Yeah, Mulgar implied that he and I are getting married.
Yeah.
Look, I had to make it believable, you know?
I don't need to help with that. And they call it Mulgar
For
love.
the first time, the whole entire time I've been here, you hear the Kinku chuckle.
Uh,
I feel that as a disturbing noise that
Yeah.
no one wants to hear.
Kind of like one of those noises. I don't know.
What was it, Nathan?
I did that.
Oh,
It's kind of like my turkey danger noise in Call of Duty.
If it helps, we'll buy it.
Why did you make the Kenku chuckle?
Kids.
does she know what a kenku is?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Yes, because the DM says so.
No, she doesn't. I do. She wasn't saying
Right.
that. She looks at
Yeah,
you
that
and
was
says,
Ronnie's creepy British lady.
"Yeah, I like it." She looks at you and says, "If you're going to lie to me,
Nope.
at least make up something much better than that. Why do you need the dress?"
I step forward.
I'll step back. Like, nope.
Yeah, I'm over stepping back. His eyes are just like, what?
You'll notice that there's no sword on my back right now.
There is not.
I look at her and I say, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know why we need the dress, but when we first arrived here, I had a dream about your house and you and that dress. And honestly, I'm hoping that somehow obtaining this dress will help me get home, because this is a strange land. And I really don't want to be here any longer than I have to.
I find nothing wrong with my home.
No, not your home in particular. Just, it's not...
And she just points, she goes,
If I were
Barovia
to
is my
drop-
home.
It,
But I get it. You are homesick. Sadly enough,
Yeah.
that is not good enough reason for me to give up my daughter's wedding dress.
Ooh.
Can we buy
What
it?
was your daughter's name?
My daughter's name is Stella. And she says it very carefully.
She corrects the past tense.
Right. Makes it present tense.
Yes.
Okay.
And
If we get her permission, can we have the dress?
And she looks at each of you. And when it was almost like a dawning of, like, when Ellen Teal stood forward and she noticed who she was, she goes, she becomes a little more open, is what you all would notice, because that's why she's mentioned her daughter. And she says,
Okay, so hold on.
but wait, hold on, let the DM finish. And she says, but I know who you are, and I know what you did to, and some would say for this town. Come in. I am no friend of that Baron.
I was gonna say that was the other thing that I
Yeah.
was told back in session 8 was that she really didn't like the Baron,
Right.
and I almost decided to take that angle with it, but I'm still hesitant.
And she welcomes you in, and then she shuts the door behind you, and she says, pay no mind to my servants or my sons. And she looks and she goes, Nikolai. And he walks away, grumbling. And she says, now. And she looks at each of you deeply and sternly. Tell me the reason you need my dress. My daughter's dress. That was a
Okay.
DM. That was a DM flub, not her.
I tell her exactly everything, from the abbot to the sun to the moon and back.
And she smiles broadly. A disturbing smile, but she smiles.
It's
So,
been a weird day.
you wish to make Strahd happy.
Oh.
No.
He
but you wish
does.
to give him a bride.
He does. We wish to get the
Nonetheless,
symbol
you
of
are,
Argentine
you are aiding. And the
and
lady,
abetting, but that's besides the
you are
point.
aiding in the happiness of Lord Strahd.
She refers to him as Lord.
Yeah.
Yes, that is exactly what we're doing.
Do you know anything about a windmill?
Roll deception.
Gotta find my d20s.
What is it with you guys? Jeebus.
Oh boy, my first
Wait.
roll of the night.
Just to help him out, I take out my my Night Mother's holy symbol. I place it back on my staff.
Okay. Now you have 3 dangling from your staff?
Yes, I normally have 3 dangling from my staff.
Right. I'm saying you have the Morning Lord, the Night Mother, and Mother Night.
Yes.
Okay. Good to know.
23.
You got it. And she looks at you and says, "That's wonderful news.
Oh, thank God I read that right.
Stella." Really, dude? Really? Stella was once to wed the son of that idiot Baron, Victor. But Victor was demented and showed no interest in Stella whatsoever. In fact, he spoke such unkind words to her that she went mad. And I had to lock my own daughter away. All she does is sit in her room
And weep.
make cat noises. Claws at the door.
Is that what it was?
That's what you heard.
Okay. I couldn't remember, and I don't want to scroll back 17 pages.
Yeah, that's what you heard. You heard cat noises.
Okay.
And she says, "Odd, I know, but that's what she does. But if we help Lord Strahd, he will make me the burgomaster of this town, and I will serve him well. And you, I knew as soon as you took the head off that idiot that you served our Lord as well. I'm going to throw this bottle at you. Stop. Sorry, my dog is acting out. You... Do you know of my book club?
Your book club?
Yes.
Oh my God!
Why
yes,
is this
Ron
funny to
Payne.
you all?
No, that caught Jacob off guard.
It is
No.
merely what I call it.
Oh, okay.
But it's part of my latest plan to gain control of this place. But with you, I no longer have need of it. So thank you for that. So please, follow me upstairs. And she
I
turns
follow
around and
her.
walks up the stairs.
I
Oh,
follow.
book club,
Slowly.
The Magic Tree House, number 13.
I'm gonna stay downstairs.
Okay. And she looks at you and says, "You didn't know how to join us."
Fine.
It's up to you. But I would have to tell you that my sons would love to keep you company.
No, I'm going. I'm going.
Okay. 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 Ah. Yes. Hold on.
It isn't that I didn't think I could win in the confrontation. I just wasn't sure if
That's
like,
the way to
I
go
was just
right
sure
now.
of how many they would
Yeah.
use.
Right, yeah. You're using your wisdom, which you actually have a good score in.
Elendil does not.
Nope.
I'm full thinking.
Nope. Oh, nuts to that. Sorry, I'm looking at my map right now, and it's not making sense in my head. But now it does.
No worries.
I got you. I got you, boo. She walks up the stairs, and straight ahead of the top of the stairs is a window leading out, or looking out. She turns left, and then she walks a little bit ways down the hall to past a door that you're very familiar with, Ellentil, and you
I was
hear
about to ask, are these stairs and everything? Do I
look
feel like I've
very
walked here?
familiar to you, very
Okay.
familiar. So she walks past the door where you know the cat noises came from.
Mhm.
And as you walk by, each of you do hear coming from behind the door. Just pegged my dog with a bottle. I feel so bad right now.
No, kid.
He got up like he's like bucking up against me now. Like, what?
Pay attention to me.
Dad, it's 9:45. You're supposed to be done.
Is it really 9:45? Guys, I'm sorry.
You're good.
Tanner, I'm sorry. I know you usually like to be out of here by 9.
That's okay.
Okay.
Making progress.
So what were y'all going to do as you walk by the door? Somebody said they were going to say something.
So my question is, I have seen this dress
You have. You think?
from in Jacob's memory.
Uh-huh.
I thought the dress was in the same room as the daughter.
The dream
Do I need
said
to-
it was.
Okay.
But now Fiona is showing you where it is.
Okay. Okay. I just keep following.
Okay. Lady Wachter pulls out a brass ring of keys. As she goes past that door to the end of the hallway, there is a closet that you see that, you know, in the small hallway that leads to the window. Right next to you there is a door off to your left, and the closet door. I mean, you think it's a closet. It could be. So basically, the hallway goes past this door. There's another door to another room, and then there's a small hallway with another door in it. There could only be a closet in there. So the doorway she's standing in front of, there are two that are right across from each other. So she's standing at this one, and she looks at each of you and says, "Please, this is my room. It is very private. Wait here, and I will retrieve the dress." And she pulls out the keys and she unlocks her door. And she opens it barely. And you see no light coming through. It's very dark in there. A little bit of natural light, what there is from Barovia, is coming out. And she slides in the door, kind of sideways, and then shuts it and locks it behind her. What do you all do while you're waiting? All the while you just hear.
I kind of turn to the party, and I don't say anything because I don't know who's listening. But I just kind of give them this look, like, trust me. And then I turn back around, face the way I was.
Huh?
I wanted to kidnap a baby.
I'm just gonna wait patiently.
All right. Ellen, until you're waiting as well?
Yes.
Enoch,
I'm going to play music at the cat.
near the door.
Sure.
Okay. Maul,
What's up?
what are you doing?
This isn't the windmill, is it?
No, it's not this is a house. You would know a windmill.
Sorry, I got confused.
There are no-
for a moment.
there are
I've
no
never
windmill-
been to this place.
There are no windmill blades on it. Trust me. What?
That is true. We scouted this place out before we picked Maul up, so he
Yeah.
has never seen this place
Hold
before.
on. Yeah.
I'm beyond confused on what's happening. Everyone acts like they know what they're doing. Apparently, he's had a premonition about it. I have no clue.
Yeah.
I'd forgotten that.
Velaki,
I'm
you've been in Velaki. You couldn't help but be
Right.
in Velaki. But
Right,
you have no clue why you're here.
So, I'm trying to. Maul's going through his head to see if he can, if lesser restoration could maybe mend something, like what the cat lady has right now. If he's ever heard of something like that being able to help.
What do you mean, cat lady? The
The
daughter.
the daughter.
No, he's just talking about Courtney.
Yeah,
Courtney is a little bit of a crazy cat lady.
It's okay.
I don't think even lesser restoration.
Well,
could
we
help
love you.
that.
You would know enough that lesser restoration would not help with this.
Okay.
But as you get close, Mulgar, or not Mulgar, but Enoch. Mulgar, what are you doing? Let's ask you that.
I'm gonna go with I can get a little closer while he's playing music to the cat. I'm gonna like try and talk to the cat, but like ignore the Morgar voice. I'm gonna be all cutesy with it, like little quick. You know, even though I can't see, it's still behind.
Wait.
It's a female daughter.
Wait.
I'm
What?
still gonna talk to him. Talk to her.
You want to try to talk to her? Mulgar?
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
Enoch
Okay.
is-
Enoch, as you're playing, you hear a hiss. You know, and then as you, Mulgar, you saunter up. What do you say to her?
I'm gonna say hey. You know,
You want to look through the keyhole?
nothing. Yeah, let me look through the keyhole. Let me put my big.
Make a
Goliath
make a.
Bible.
Oh my gosh! Don't do that. Make a perception check.
One.
21.
Yes, sir.
You notice. You look in, and the room is musty and dark. Right in the middle of the room, ahead of you, there's an iron frame bed, like that's sticking out, like sideways. And you see on the side of it, what you see is a leather strap. So it's probably, there are more of those on there to hold her down, you would think. And there are no other furnishings that you can see through this keyhole. But all of a sudden, as you're standing there, looking in this keyhole, you see an eye jump out in front of you and look at you back. And you see on all fours, scurrying away from the door, is a young woman in a soiled nightgown. And she leaps onto the bed and hisses like a cat. And she says, "Little kitty doesn't know you. Little kitty doesn't like the smell of you."
Yeah, Mulgar's just gonna look back at Enoch and just kind of like widen his eyes, and he's just gonna walk away.
I'm gonna change the tune to "The Cat Came Back" the very next day.
Okay. A few awkward moments pass. You see the door open again, and she slides out with a package in her hands, like a box, with loose ribbon around it. And she comes up to you. Well, first she shuts the door and locks it and puts the key back in, the key ring into her pocket, and then she turns around, looks at all of you, and flips the box open, and it's a beautiful white wedding dress, and slides it closed, and hands it to Elentiel. And then, do you take it from her?
I do.
As you reach out to take it, she lays it in your hands and holds up a finger, a long, spindly finger. And she ties the box, the ribbon on the box, into an elegant bow. And she says, "Nothing but the best for my lord."
And I nod my head, kind of like almost like a half bow.
My Nikolai, not my son, but his namesake, were here to see this, he would be very pleased. Yes.
Player to DM.
Yeah.
Nikolai is the name of one of the werewolves, right?
Nikolai is a very common name in Barovia. Mainly because
Okay.
Ronnie runs out of names and just says Nikolai randomly. Like with the werewolves.
That's why you seemed very sure. That
No.
explains the-
I forgot.
Did I tell you, Nikolai?
I literally forgot there was Nikolai and Nikolai Jr.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, ball sack. That really hurt.
Please tell me that
Wow,
was your funny
excuse my
bone and not
language.
your ball sack.
Oh, gosh. That hurt so bad.
Was that
Only
your
Logan
arm?
can
That was
say
my...
that.
Okay.
On the desk. I want to throw up, but I'll be okay. And she says, "Now, scurry away. I want to see what my reward is for this."
And
Put the good word in for me.
absolutely.
And here everybody thought you were trying to get rid of Strahd. What idiots.
It's always more efficient to get work done when people trust you.
Victor, it was very painful. Victor's been watching this entire time. He just goes, "That sounded painful."
Oh, Victor.
I love you, Victor. What'd you say to her?
I said it's always easier to get work done when people trust you.
Yes, I suppose. But also cutting a few heads off doesn't hurt.
When trust can't be come by, fear works just as well.
Now, it's time to leave my house.
I bow again and I thank her for her help, and I head back downstairs and leave.
Are you all following?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all make your way back out on the streets of Barovia, or of Vallaki, blah, 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 blah. And you walk to the center of the street, where the road from the walkthrough house leads to the main road leading through Vallaki. You turn right to head out of town, correct? Or you're going to head towards the lake. Okay, that's right. You told me that. Yeah, we'll make it another road. Yeah, there isn't there. There it is. As you get to that intersection, one way leads to town square, the other way leads to the non. Now the Blue Water Inn isn't there anyway, but ahead of you would have been the Blue Water Inn on the right. You see a figure standing in the road, in a long, elegant robe, with the hood, fur-lined hood pulled up. And she says, and she pulls her robe back, her hood back. Standing in front of you dramatic pause, is the Baroness.
Mm.
Lydia Petrovna. There we go. Lydia Petrovna is standing there. A dark, sullen look on her face. She reaches up and unclasps her robe that she has on and lets it fall to the ground. And she's standing there in a skin-tight black dress that flows out at the bottom with traces of red around it. Like, lined in red. And she says, and you notice that she does have like a tiara that kind of comes up into wings, and it's jeweled and black. And she says, I'm so surprised to see you back so soon. I did not think you would come here this quickly. Maul had a question, and then Enoch.
Yep.
I was just gonna ask her a question. I was gonna ask her, are you by chance related to Natasha Petrovna? Because Petrovna is also the name on the gravestone. Or is that just a common name?
Questions are not to be asked right now. I have no answers for you. What did you want to say, Enoch? No, ask her question. Don't let her answer to him.
Right. How far away is she?
I would say she's probably about a good 30 feet away from you. Well, not 30, but about 20 feet.
Can I see her neck?
Yes. But I
Does
need
she
you to
look
make
like- Yep, okay.
a perception check.
Son of a bitch.
While he's doing that,
I tell you what.
can I-
I tell you what. Since you know exactly what you're looking for, it's going to be weird, but I'm going to make it work. Give me an investigation.
No.
All right, give me a perception then.
All right, 15.
You don't see anything.
Okay. Like, there's no way I'm using my intelligence for this.
True. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So,
Sorry,
when she
boss.
asks that question,
Uh-huh.
I look at her and I say, we received word that
I
our
care
band
nothing for what you have to say.
Okay,
You killed my husband.
and you're happier.
Am I?
That's what the word on the street is.
The street is filled with fools. I'm happy because of... Well, I'm filled with rage for you and your friends. And so much more, I'm filled with rage that you brought that harlot here for Strahd to be angry at me for housing them. But when I told them what really happened and what I really wanted to do, he rewarded me. He found out that your friends at the Blue Water Inn were helping you, and he killed one and burned that place to the ground. He killed this stupid wench's brother. And you're next. Because once I told him what I really wanted, he gave me power. And that's what makes me happy now. I rule this place now in my husband's stead. And she looks down. And each of you see her fingers twitching a little bit. And she says, Lord Strahd has given me a blessing. And with the hand that the fingers aren't twitching, she casts Eldritch Blast at Ellentil.
Bring it. But I also
It is...
I didn't want to interrupt you, but when she made the comment about when I told him the truth, and he so basically the I sold out your friends.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I would Elentiel responded by saying, "So you're just as dishonorable as your late husband." So I didn't know that you were gonna attack me, but I was definitely gonna like push it.
Yeah.
Hey guys, raise your hand if you knew that was going to happen.
How do you know what was going to happen?
She was going to hurt Ellen Teal.
Well,
Oh,
I
yeah.
knew that when she attacked us, that it was coming at me. Like, there was no doubt in my mind about that.
Initiative?
Nope.
Or
Next week, please.
Nope. Not initiative. But Ellen Teal does a 22 hit.
Yes.
You take 11 points of force damage, and that's
All
where
right.
we're going to leave it this week.
All right.
Next week, when we come back in, we're rolling for initiative straight away.
All right. Fantastic.
Okay? So, with that, I'm sorry I kept you all longer, but if you're still watching the stream, you guys are amazing, and we love you, and we'll see you next week for more Curse of Strahd. Thank you, Victor. You're awesome.
yeah.
Bye.